Strap in and brace yourselves. Today we're diving in insanely petty revenge confessions from Reddit and beyond. These folks didn't just get even. They went full-on blockbuster level with their pranks and vendettas. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to ruin someone's day, or at least make them sweat. So smash that subscribe button, grab your popcorn, and let's get this petty party started. Because if you can't beat them, embarrass them. Let's do it. I was exhausted and didn't have the energy to make dinner, let alone tackle a mountain of dirty dishes. I quietly called my husband into the kitchen, and he offered to hand wash just enough dishes for me to prepare the meal. That's when inspiration struck. I told him, yes, please, but only wash enough for me to cook and serve dinner to everyone, except our 17-year-old. I proceeded to make dinner and called the kids to the table. Our 17-year-old sat down and immediately noticed his place setting was empty. He asked, "Where's my plate, cutlery, and cup?" I pointed to the dishwasher and said, "Tonight you'll be eating off the dishes you were supposed to clean. Go pick them out." He went pale and started protesting that it was gross. I quickly cut him off and reminded him that the dishwasher sanitizes them. My husband backed me up. If he wants to eat tonight, he will eat off his dishes. He huffed and said he'd wash some, and I said, "Nope, you had your chance to get them clean last night. Eat off them as they are or don't eat tonight." He yelled and said that he'd make his own food, which I said no. Eventually, he relented and found the least disgusting dishes and ate his dinner quietly. I felt bad. He looked so sick and grossed out, but I was sick of him wasting time and water and detergent, and it worked. His dishes came out spotless after, not a speck. Kids these days think they can dodge chores by rinsing and praying, but nothing says get your act together like shoving dinner on a plate encrusted with dried-on spaghetti guts. Bonus points for forcing him to rediscover the fine art of scrub. Revenge is a dish best served crusty. A former Starbucks barista came clean on r/confession. I worked there for 6 years. When customers were rude, I got creative. One lady demanded her milk be steamed to 200 degrees. I said that was a safety risk. She shot back with hire someone who can. So yeah, she got decaf every single time. She'd sip, frown, complain that her latte felt weak, blame corporate, and rage post on Yelp. Meanwhile, I was over here smiling behind the counter serving sleepy vengeance with every sip. Sometimes I even switched the espresso hopper right as the rude ones walked in. A nurse once caught me, but too late. Karma had already brewed. Oh, you want turbocharged brain juice? Boom, decaf. Nothing hits like a quiet, invisible revenge that leaves them yawning by 2 p.m. Then goes home, blame it on their partner, kids, or grandma by slapping the energy out of their soul. A flight attendant posted, then deleted this little gem on r/flight attendants, but screenshots live forever. She says, "I checked the snack carts. Everything was packed properly. 4 snack boxes remained. Then I remembered a crew member had mentioned they were hungry and noticed 1 box had vanished. I didn't confront them. Nope. I called the captain, requested a supervisor at the gate, and told the crew nobody leaves, nobody touches their bags. To make it even more dramatic, I rolled a service cart in front of the cabin door so no one could disembark. Someone tripped over it, the cabin gasped, and long story short, I got suspended. All over a snack box. Yep, that was the hill she died on. A granola bar hill. Snack box SWAT mode. She really said, "This plane isn't landing, justice is." Like, what was the plan? Waterboard them with apple juice? Ma'am, you created a hostage situation over trail mix. So, picture this. Quarantine era. Dan's license is revoked, and his girl Hannah decides to park her shiny car under a giant oak tree right in front of our apartment for weeks on end. Now Hannah, rude, entitled, thinks the world is her valet. So I hatched a plan so petty it could be its own Netflix special. Every morning at dawn, because I'm evil like that, I'd grab a bucket of birdseed and shower her car with bird buffet material. Roof, hood, trunk, windshield, every inch. I even tossed some seeds into the wipers for bonus terror. Day 1, a few sparrows show up. Day 2, a whole pigeon mob. By day 3, squirrels crashed the party. It was like Godzilla meets Angry Birds. Birds were pecking, squawking, pooping, utter chaos. You'd think it was a wildlife rave out there. Within a week, that poor car looked like it was auditioning for a horror movie. Droppings everywhere, feathers stuck to the paint, inch-thick seed crust. Every time Hannah came out, she'd shriek and try to brush them off like swatting ghosts. Meanwhile, I'm inside, popcorn in hand, live streaming her meltdown through the window. By the end of week 2, the neighbors called on her. "Is your car abandoned?" Spoiler alert. It got towed faster than you can say bird flu. She still calls me sometimes, all frantic. "Have you seen my car?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought you moved it." Best phone call ever. Imagine waking up, stepping outside, and boom, you're in the Bird's Suburban Edition. No Alfred Hitchcock needed, just bird seed and petty genius. Who needs bullets when you've got pigeons? And squirrels? That's nature's own demolition squad. She didn't lose her mind. She lost her car, her dignity, and probably any hope of street cred. Next time someone parks under your tree, do yourself a favor. Become a bird whisperer. Mother Nature does the heavy lifting for free. All right, listen up, because this one's got layers, like a pastry made of spite. So I had this roommate, Connor. And Connor was the kind of guy who would eat your food, drink your almond milk, and then deny it while making eye contact and burping. He was a walking red flag wrapped in Axe body spray. One day, I buy a box of limited edition strawberry cheesecake toaster strudels. I label it Sharpie, big letters. Do not touch, or you will feel the wrath. That's not a suggestion. That's a prophecy. Fast forward 2 days. I come home from work. Fridge doors wide open like someone robbed the damn thing. And boom, box is empty. Empty. Not even the icing packets were spared. Just crumbs and betrayal. So I go full Bond villain. I buy another box. I carefully, and I mean carefully, inject ghost pepper extract into every single strudel with a syringe like some psychotic dessert scientist. I even seal them back up. Presentation, flawless, hospitality, malevolent. I wait. Next morning I hear it, the unwrapping, the toasting, the unholy chewing. Then, silence, followed by screaming. Connor runs out of the kitchen like he got uppercutted by Satan. He's chugging milk straight from the jug and still hiccup sobbing like a haunted toddler. He spends the next 3 hours curled in a fetal position on the bathroom floor, whispering about the spicy pastry gods. He never touched my food again. Hell, he wouldn't even look at the freezer aisle. Oh my God, not the toaster strudel of doom. This man turned his frozen breakfast into a biological weapon. Who injects ghost pepper into a pastry like it's a CIA interrogation tool? Connor really thought he was going to have a chill breakfast. Meanwhile, his intestines were about to reenact a live performance of Dante's Inferno. And let's talk about the syringe part. Syringe? This man didn't even just add hot sauce like a normal psychopath. Nah, he went full Gordon Ramsay meets Breaking Bad. I bet he wore gloves and said, "For science." You know Connor didn't just get spicy trauma. He now flinches every time he sees a toaster. Man's probably in therapy talking about flaky textures and getting flashbacks. And the milk? He chugged that like it was holy water and he was trying to exorcise the devil out of his colon. This is what I love about petty revenge. It's not about justice, it's about emotional damage and gastrointestinal warfare. If someone eats your food, you don't confront them. You serve them vengeance a la mode with a side of eternal regret. If I was the judge in court, I'd give this guy a medal, a spicy flaming medal. Connor got what he deserved. Don't be a food thief in a world full of chemists. So that's 5 petty revenges that probably got someone blacklisted from heaven. But honestly, worth it. If you felt any joy watching someone suffer consequences via bird poop or pastry spice, congrats, you're one of us. A certified gremlin, a goblin of justice. Smash that like button like you just walked in on your roommate stealing your last Pop-Tart. Hit that bell so hard your neighbors call the cops, and remember the world is full of jerks. But karma can be baked, feathered, or ghost pepper infused. Stay petty, stay dangerous, and never trust a man named Connor.